Not everybody has had an Inservice on this, so I'm going to go over this machine really fast. We just got this Centurion machine. It's for cataract, anterior chamber lens, basically for all the cataract doctors. So not Dr. Waxman, he's posterior guy. So this machine should always be plugged in. And the reason is because this is remoteless. So when I first found it, it wasn't plugged in. So the buttons, it's not gonna work. So I just plugged it in. And that's how you know it's charging, because now it's plugged in and then the pedal is starting to charge. So that light wasn't on. If the light's not on, that means that it's not gonna work. So the backup to this is, so the next friend who goes to use this pedal, it's not gonna work. So what we're gonna do, on the Centurion, how you turn it on is there's a button in the back here. This bottom button is already on, okay? And it's plugged in. And then on the side here, there's a button here. Just press that button. In here, this little cubby hole here, you will have a remote control, your anterior VIP Pro for emergencies. This chip you should never have to touch, just leave it in there. It has all the doctor's settings in there. If you need to do any changes, you call the rep. Okay, very important. So in here, it's hidden, so you don't know what it's in here. But this cord is if the remote pedal does not work. And for example, like when I came in today, it was in the hallway and the remote didn't work. So I'm gonna show you how to plug it in.
Okay.
So the machine, I turn it on and it's making, it's going through its calibration stages, and you can come around here and see if you can see that. And it just spins around like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this up.
Don't push.
Okay, see? So it's just push and spin, but it's like you have to have some weight. So the new concept on this new machine, we'll come back to that other one in a second. I just took my remote out of here. I just opened this up.
Open that up.
And the best part about this machine is we're using BSS bags. They're IV bags. This says BSS single use. So the nurse will already have put their epi in there. And what they do is they swab it with alcohol. They stick it in here and close this lid, BSS Plus in the IV bag. And this is, some doctors prefer to use BSS Plus if it's a bilateral, so you can keep the lot numbers separate. And it's just dot to dot. So this little button right here, that's what this is for. This is a cover for this cord. It's red to red. And then down here, which is really hard to see, same thing, red to red. So now if your remote, if this doesn't work, this should work. And you'll see the light come on.
Green.
Settings, the calibration, and then you'll come up to this screen. So you're gonna pick the doctor you're gonna be working with. For example, I'm gonna pick Sane.
Procedure 1.
And always go procedure 1. You have this tray. This tray just opens up just like that. And you put your remote. The doctor usually does it themselves, but you can use the remote for you when you set up the machine. These little levers go up and down. You never want to just push it down. You have to hold a lever to push up and down on it. And these little hooks are really cool because they hold your tube into place. You open this up for your bag. Okay, and then you're all ready to go. So here I have Dr. saying procedure 1. So we've done Dr. saying and Dr. Lagler's next. You go back and you change your setting. Okay, I want Lagler.
Procedure 1.
And if she has a complex cataract, she'll say, I might want procedure 2. So then you go procedure 2.
Procedure 2.
And she'll tell you ahead of time it's a complex cataract or just a regular one. C6 for a cataract. You get your cataract pack, all the soft goods, but what I'm gonna show you today is how to hook up the machine. So this is the Centurion pack right here, and it should say Centurion. So we don't have another backup machine. Hopefully we'll get one next year, but if the machine breaks down, what you wanna do is get the backup Infinity, okay? So it comes like this and you throw it on your stir field, but we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna show you. It comes a little bag. you take the bag, you open it up just like a mayo stand, and then you cover, and then this pulls out, and you can tuck this in and just pull it out. You know what? I should have reversed it, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's simplicity.
Okay. So all you do is you plug this in just like this. It just fits right in, and you hear a seal. Take your tape off, and you're going to be priming. So you want to make sure that your priming is a closed system. So you're going to connect the two pieces together. And then here's the special spike that will make everything a lot easier. Cap off sterilely. The nurse has already primed it or put BSS. So on here, enter. Enter is your button for priming. Right here, enter. Goes up. This is go across your machine. These are like if they want bottle height, and all these other things are just, they can control with their foot pedal. So while that's priming, we can go back. Okay. So this is our basic cataract tray. It has everything you need for a cataract. So the handpiece should also be in there. This is a phaco handpiece. In all the cataract trays, you don't know what you're gonna get, but you can get the Infinity or the Centurion. The Infinity is blue and the Centurion is gray. So I've got the blue one. You can use the Infinity on this machine as well. So this Infinity will only go down here.
Show the inside.
Okay. So the Centurion one was the Centurion and it's gray. But this will work on this machine. That's why we have it. We don't have enough hand pieces. So this will go here. And you'll see that, okay, see, it's plugged in and you're ready. So the best way to put this on, because this is very delicate and there's two holes on the side, and you'll see what I mean. The best way to put it on is just slide it over the top. And then push down a little bit and then screw the top and not through the sides.
I can't get that sharp again.
So you want about 1 millimeter down. So like, I usually go about there.
They can adjust.
Yeah, and they
under
adjust
the
it.
skin.
Yeah, every doctor's different. They like different adjustments. So you go there as long as you get it test right. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill it. You're gonna test the handpiece. Only goes one way, only fits one way. Okay. And I like to test with my little,
Me too. Yeah, show them that.
the reason you test with this is because it tests the suction and the power and the vacuum and all of that. Some people don't test with it, but I highly recommend you test with it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill it. So the machine is telling you, okay, it's time to connect and fill. And sometimes you want a little BSS in here so you can have some for extra. And do you see how it's coming off the holes, or the water is coming off the sides like that? That's where you wanna be. Because if you're here, look at the water. You're not gonna get a good irrigation in the eye. I'm gonna go right there. And so I'm gonna fill this. You don't have to fill it all the way, just enough. All you wanna do is just fill it enough, and you don't want it touching anything. So the best way is just to leave it in here and you're gonna test it. So enter button and advance test and test it. So arrow for test and then enter. Okay, so it's a testing machine and it's gonna make all these weird noise and calibrations in the tip. And while it's doing that, you can come over here and set up all your other rest of the stuff. And we have cheat sheets on the, okay, let's go back there. So then it's all set up now. So when it says pre-phaco, it's all set up, ready to go. So you go to the different stages, and this is Dr. Lagler's preferences. She's already preset them with the rep, and so she'll go through. Over here, you want to set up in order of how you're going to use it. Basically, it makes everything so much easier. So your light handles here. First thing you're going to need is a scissor to cut the drape, speculum, .12s. There are cheat sheets that are made, and we can always post them up for you. Some important new instruments. This is the new Utrata. It's a 4-step Utrata. Dr. Singh likes it, Dr. Kaikuchi likes it. This is the old Utrata. And Dr. Lagler still uses this, and Dr. Wong still uses this. Oh, he doesn't use this, only he doesn't ever use it. Huh? But, so it's doctor preference on the Utratas. I just want to show those new instruments. And then everything else you can read, or you can just look at the sheet. But I wanted to show you how to set up the silicone IA. I forgot to show packaging. So that comes separate. It's called a polymer IA. So this comes separately. You have to open this separately. But this is a silicone tip IA, the curve. And you will throw this on your back table, and it works just like the Fago. You'll get a handpiece like this. You screw this on, just like you would the Fago. And you leave this because you'll need it to take it back off. That other pink sleeve goes over this piece right here. So this pink sleeve, same thing. It has a silicone tip at the end of there. You want to go right in the middle too. And you're ready for the IA, and it only goes in one way. So remember how I told you about these little slots here? They're nice because you can actually hook this piece up. You can leave the rest of it here, hook it in here, and it'll stay in place. Like that. Okay, so after the doctor goes through their whole process, they've sculpt, and you can change it for them, or usually they use a foot pedal. But if you were to change it for them, you just go sculpt. Just use the arrow buttons. Chop. They've got the cataract out. They're gonna go IA. They're gonna say IA tip. You're gonna do it the same way. You're gonna take this, you're done with this. So you can just lay this to the side where you're not gonna get poked, and make sure your cords are kind of free from here, because all you're gonna need is just very little. You're gonna bring your IA tip up. And this IA tip only goes one way again. And it actually has a lure lock, so it's nice because you don't have to worry about water leaking. Okay, it was a hard cataract. Sometimes that happens. So this anterior vit probe came from down here. So I'm gonna say, hey nurse, I need to do anterior vit. So that, we consider that as an emergency type thing. So you take your anterior vit probe, you're gonna throw it onto your probe, and that's what it comes with, okay? This is a bimanual anterior vit. Bimanual meaning 2 pieces. So there are some anterior vit probes where it's just single manual, where you can put the probe over, but this what we have is the bimanual. So you get a blue port and you get a gray port. And you'll know on here it has like a little anterior vit thing there, and it only goes in one way. There's a gray, and it goes in sterilely here, and you click, make sure there's a click. And the black one goes in there. Okay. And this, so this will go, we'll hold this for a second. You take now. So now you plug your anterior vit stuff in, you're ready with your anterior vit probe, you pull off the sleeve, gently. And now you've got your tubing from your Fago piece and your IA piece. Only goes in one way, blue to blue. And that little tip that I said it's bimanual is here. And that goes there. And lure lock that, take tip off. Okay. You can test it, but the machine's already been tested. So all you have to do here is go to anterior vit.
Vitrectomy.
Okay, so then now you've got the anterior vit. It says anterior vit, cut rate. These are all preset for the doctors already. And then you're ready to just hand them this, and they go about they do the anterior vitrectomy portion. So at this time, your nurse and you will be thinking, okay, shoot, now I have an anterior vit, we're gonna use a different lens. So we will go over the lenses next, but this is basically how you set up the machine. And these are sharps as well. So remember those little tips that we kept? these are gonna take them off. So the pink sleeve just pulls right off. You don't have to be careful with them anymore because you're done. Phaco goes in, and it locks in, and it just kind of screws right out. And there's your tape, your tip. It's a sharp, and your same thing as your silicone tip IA. You're done. That's a sharp. Let's count it off. And everything is just take everything off. All you have to do on this is press this button. And there it goes. And over here, goes like this. You open the bag, take this off. And I just cut this. You don't really have to cut it, but they say because there's a sharp in here, I just go like this. And then I throw this into my blue bin because it has medication in it. Okay? And this, so then you make sure you close it back off and it's red to red, only goes one way. And you get a little tangled mess here, but it's not so bad. Work your way through it. And you want to send these separately, because if you stick this all on top of your remote, will go back to this spot here. Make sure you wipe it down. Okay, very important on this tray. This tray is really a pain to put back into place. If you don't know how to do it, leave it and ask somebody to do it. Otherwise, you'll break the machine. But it's very specific. It has to be at the right angle to go up. See, I'm at the right angle. So I'll just hold this and I'll go, voila. I think I made that too easy right there because that's usually my hardest part. Flip that back.
Close that baby.
Yeah. Close this back. I can't do this part.
It's gonna be too hard, man.
Yeah. That's okay, and then this part just kind of in, and I'm gonna put that cord away. So I'm gonna dock it right away. I'm gonna make sure I wipe it down, I dock it. And it's gonna take a minute for this to light up. Here, show them that button. So when I dock it, that means it's charging. When you see that button light up, that means it's starting to charge.
Machine might shut down.
Yeah, but that should still be charging, right? I think it's just positional.
Yes.
Lock buttons are here. You can go up, down for lock. Most of the time, we don't even use it. And if you don't have, when you go to get your remote and you don't have an interior bit probe in there, make sure you have one or two in there. Like today I went in, there's none. And so I'm gonna go, that's why we leave it with the machine. There you go. And then it just has the lock on top. There you go. And then you would take this out in the hallway or leave it in the OR all plugged in like that. You would just, yeah, and you just, I don't know, I picked the cord up a little bit and just leave it here and plugged in.